You're watching 48 Fastcast.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Liz Hurley. Thanks for joining us for today's 48 Fastcast. This is our online newscast bringing you the day's top stories in less than 10 minutes. We start now in Guntersville, where a man is receiving the maximum sentence for a child sex abuse charge. Today, James Hayes was sentenced to 40 years in prison without the possibility of parole. Last year, he confessed to molesting a 9-year-old. Almost a year later, Hayes entered a blind plea deal to a sexual abuse of a child charge, meaning there were no agreements between Hayes and the district attorney's office regarding the length of his sentence. Coast is clear now for students at Decatur High School and Decatur Middle School following a lockdown earlier today. School officials say a student's bag triggered a weapons detector. When they checked, they found a gun magazine inside. Officials say the student tried to run off but was quickly detained. Following the detainment, the heightened alert for the schools was lifted.
It's been a cool day, but it's been a lot better than it was over the weekend in some cases. Let's take a live look at the Parkway. Traffic in pretty good shape out there for a Monday, and of course the sun will be setting today before 5 o'clock, in case you kind of slept in through it yesterday. Temperature-wise, it's 60. There's no rain anywhere. The next chance of rain's coming Friday, and that one promises to be early and perhaps often as a front moves through the area. But the strongest cold front is going to wait until next week, next Monday, to come through. We'll be talking more about that coming up on your 10-day forecast. Next 12 hours, pretty quiet out there. Another calm night, maybe some patchy fog again in a few areas. Had a little bit of frost in some spots the last couple of nights, but I don't expect it to be a huge issue. But next week, we may very well wake up in the 20s for November 11th. So Veterans Day could be a cold one. In fact, ahead of that, the cold front actually comes in that Monday.
We are forewarned. Thank you, Brad. The Trump administration announcing it will provide partial SNAP benefits for the month of November. The United States Department of Agriculture says it will contribute $4.6 billion of its contingency fund toward SNAP as the government shutdown continues. That means 1 in 8 Americans will receive some form of grocery aid after the program was suspended over the weekend. Last week, 2 federal judges ruled the government was required to keep SNAP running amid the shutdown. Today ties the government record for the longest shutdown, now going at 34 days and counting. The Broadway Theater League is introducing a new award that sends students to the Big Apple. We'll tell you more about it when we come back. High school theater students across North Alabama could be one step closer to performing on Broadway thanks to a new program in the works. Broadway Theater League of Huntsville announced the Tallulah Awards, where 2 students will be selected to compete at the Jimmy Awards in New York. Here's how it works. Local high school students pick a qualifying theater show and register for this award. Someone with the awards will come see the show and then rank it. At the end of the year, 2 students will be announced as winners and head on to New York. Officials with the Broadway Theater League say that they wanted to bring this kind of opportunity to showcase Huntsville's talent.
And Alabama's never been a part of it, whereas Tennessee has 4 programs. So every year they send 8 students. Well, we were done not being part of this program. So we have finally made it happen. And May 17th, 2026, we are sending our first 2 Alabama students to compete in the Jimmy Awards.
Now, this award is open to the 10 most northern counties in Alabama for its inaugural year.
Now, your first alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis.
Overall quiet weather day out there. Traffic picking up a little bit, and may have had an accident out there on I-565 watching these 3 cars. Actually, there's 4 cars. There's one pulled off here, one on the shoulder, and a couple back here. So we'll just have to see what happened. Doesn't look like there's any injuries, but again, may have an accident, may slow things down coming up once everyone else arrives to that accident, if it's an accident at all. Again, just observation there. As far as the Doppler radar goes, it's quiet, and the temperatures are a little below normal. Not too bad, though. Low 60s, upper 50s. The wind, not too bad. We don't have any rain. We don't have any of those small hailstones falling today either. And just a little bit of fog still kind of disappearing over the Smoky Mountains, making them really smoky today, right? Area low pressure out here just to the west of Rapid City. That's going to kind of fly over us. Our next chance of rain won't get here until Friday, and that chance, pretty good chance of rain. I think we're going to start the morning with showers. Maybe you can get a rumble of thunder or two as the day wears on. That front slowly moving through the area. Good half inch, maybe inch of rain in some spots. But again, no rain tomorrow. 9 in the morning, we're already in the 60s. We start the morning in the upper 30s and low 40s, maybe a touch of fog one more time. Noticeably warmer tomorrow, though. By noon, we're already around 70 degrees. And most of the afternoons from here on out for the rest of this week will be comfortable. The exception will be Friday, of course, because rain is coming, and that could impact some high school football games. I think we got playoffs coming up here soon, if not this Friday itself. Carl's going to let us know about that coming up later today. As far as your rest of your Tuesday goes, another real comfortable night out there, just a little bit warmer with that south wind that's going to pick up. South wind picks up for the rest of the week ahead of the front, and you kind of see where it's coming. It's coming in on Friday, taking the chance of rain out for the weekend. I think it's all coming through with one front, unless it's very early in the morning as it becomes partly cloudy Saturday. Take a look at these numbers. Pretty nice, 74 Wednesday and Thursday. And then as we get to Monday, a cold front comes through. It looks like a dry front right now. It'll be a little breezy out there. The wind chill will be in the mid-20s early Tuesday morning. The actual low temperature close to 27. So get ready. Some Arctic air. Our first big widespread frost and freeze of the season coming probably a week from tonight.
Thank you, Brad. That'll do it for today's 48 Fastcast. AJ Weiss is going to join us online in just a few minutes with Before the 4. Then, of course, tune in today on WAFF 48 at 4, 5, 6, and 10 for today's top stories. I'm Liz Hurley. Thanks for watching. Have a great Monday afternoon.